Hi there, this is Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney, and today I'd like to explain to you what it means when you see the term protective filing date. What is your protective filing date, and why is it important? Well, stated simply, a protective filing date is the first date that you have contacted Social Security. Basically, when you contact Social Security for any reason, they'll consider that a filing date, even if you don't actually file your case for another 3 or 4 weeks or even a couple of months. If you contact Social Security and ask anything at all about disability, they will consider that a protective filing date. And that can be very important because obviously in an SSI case, your benefits start from the date of application. So a protective filing date might get you another month or two of benefits. And for an SSDI case, the earlier you apply, generally the better in terms of going back a year, if you can go back a year based on the medical evidence, or to make your 5-month waiting period run. So generally in the disability world, the earliest filing date, the better. So if you have contacted Social Security, and even if it took you a little while to kind of get your application process going, getting that early protective filing date is a good thing. And so that's why when you see that term, sometimes you think, well, I didn't apply until May, but they say my protective filing date is March. That's because that's the first time you contacted Social Security. Obviously, when you contact them, you want to make sure you give them your name and your Social Security number so they can associate your name with that protective filing date. It's not the same thing as an active application. So if you don't follow through, that does not mean that you've given up any of those benefits. It just means that if you do pursue benefits, and normally they'll keep the file quote unquote open for 3 or 4 months, if you do pursue it, then they'll date it back to the first time you contacted them as opposed to the actual date you filed your application. If you don't follow through at all, then it basically just goes away, and the next time you call them, that would be your new protective filing date. So that's what that term means. That's why it's important. And again, if you're thinking about filing for disability, the earlier, the better in almost every single case. Any questions, of course, let me know. Happy to try to answer those. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube and a like on Facebook. But for now, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I look forward to talking to you soon.